Hello, this is Amberly from Amberly Vibes. I'm going to do a full moon reading for you today, and it's going to be the strawberry full moon. I wrote some stuff down. If you've seen my channel before, you know I hate reading and I struggle with my words, so I'm going to try and get through this. I wrote down yesterday some of this. I don't even remember writing part of this, so if it doesn't make sense, I was in a delta state. And so here I go. I said, try to explain how I create my hologram ethereal grid. So when I create crystal grids or grids with my cards, so I do my cards totally different than any other reader that I've seen. So I'm trying to explain like what is the madness behind it. So that's why I wrote some stuff down, because it's really hard for me to explain. So my card layouts and how I connect to the heavens, the heavens to the earth. I have always believed that all sacred texts have been gifted to us on earth as a template or a guide to find your own truth for your specific path within. This is the test we gave ourselves. Can we hear spirit? Can we trust our spirit to become sovereign? We are all fractals of the one source, Heavenly Father, Mother, God, whatever you want to call it. We came to earth to explore, learn, create, but most of all, to heal and find balance and harmony. Once you realize how powerful your thoughts and emotions are, you can begin to become aware of your magnetic powers and of your antenna, and how you actually create your life experiences depending on what channel you tune into with that antenna. Sort of like the double split experiment. None of your choices are wrong, except unless they're like really disgusting and gross. That's still judgment, but to me that's discernment. So none of your choices are wrong. The choices just set you on a certain timeline that will lead you back to the all. Some of us just decide to spend more time within a certain lesson. Our souls did not all jump in at the same time, at the same place. And so let go of judgment of yourselves and others and just be in your own harmony. And I said be like B-E-E. Judgment is not discernment. Discernment helps us to navigate to find your channel that you tune into or frequency. I don't see things in a black or white and do things a little bit differently. I have always viewed everything in the in-between state. The alchemy and the mixing of colors and energy. My favorite times of the day are the in-between times of sunrise and sunset. My children are all mixed race. I do not claim a religion or follow a specific astrology or spiritual teaching. So some people would say I'm just afraid of commitment or whatever, but it's not that. It's not that at all. I see beauty in everything. And I just discern the parts that don't resonate with me, not to say those aren't the correct lessons for somebody else. So I used to call myself a mutt. It was sort of a cut down. But now I know that I have a hybrid energy. Most astrologers don't believe in the cusp energies, but I can definitely vouch that a cusp sign is very real. So I'm a Taurini and Taurus Gemini, and I definitely tap into all of those energies. Also having Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune all retrograde in my birth chart doesn't help. So I'm telling you all of this because when I show my energy cards, so that you will be able to see why I do things a little bit differently, and why, well gosh, I can't read my writing here. Oh, okay. Why I put the temperance, the sun and the moon in the middle. I'll explain that when I show the cards. And yeah, I call it a card grid. And then it says to explain how this correlates with your visions. So I have these visions of this etherical like grid, and I'm still trying to figure out how to put it into English words. It's like I had visions of this medicine wheel before even investigating it or learning about it. So I changed things around to where my visions were, and also I had a woman, indigenous woman, come to me one night telling me that I placed my grids in the wrong position and all of this stuff. So I changed things to where what resonates with me and my spirit guides. And then I'm working on how to explain my visions and downloads, but I see them in all like colors and shapes and movements, and I understand them, but I can't really explain them to other people. So I'm working on like throat chakra stuff, and I'm going to start to try and paint them so I can explain them better. And also some light language that I've written before. And yeah, I'm still working on the confidence thing. So I'm going to show you, let's see, we're going to show you kind of what I'm talking about with the medicine wheel. And this is a book called The Medicine Wheel, Earth Astrology by Sun Bear. And this is not where I got all of my workings from, my energy working from. I actually got it from a vision, and it's a little bit different than this, but this is the closest thing I have found to what I've been downloaded. So these little graphs here, I kind of see them in like a dimensional onion layer, and yeah, I can't explain it. But anyway, I wrote all over the book because I changed it to the things that, like my totem animals that I've seen my whole life, and the things that correlate with me, like my crystals. And so I think that this is another really good template, like the closest I've ever found to what I actually do. And so I follow kind of guidelines of nothing, but I pull from things. So this is talking about the moon, the full moon, for June 21st through July 22nd. And it's called, so we're in the strawberry moon right now, and that is, I believe, the, not Vedic, but I don't know Vedic. I think it's more of a Native American thing for harvest. So that's where we get the name from. And so the first moon of Shandis is a spirit keeper of the south. And then their animal is the flicker, wild rose is the plant, carnelian agate. The color is pink, and the element is water. And they talk about the frog clan. So they have different, for the elements, they have different clans. I hate that word clan, but group. And they are warm, sensitive, nurturing, intense, vulnerable, and loving. So I pulled the frog card to correlate with this. And this one is clear out the clutter. So that's perfect energy for a full moon. And this goes along with the video that I'm going to be doing. So I'm starting a new series of videos. So they're going to be called Ambi's Alchemy. And so the third one is going to be all on like a feng shui corner of manifestation with feng shui using plants. So I'm going to pull in and draw in this energy and talk more about the feng shui and the frog spirit. And let's see, I wrote some notes here. Before starting any of your meditations or energies for this full moon, it would be good to do like a 396 hertz frequency of binaural beats or tuning fork to balance the elements. And I have a like a board in my YouTube, not a board. Okay, that's in Pinterest. I have a playlist, in my YouTube if you want to look it up under elements and spirit connection. And so my best way to tap into spirit, to get into the Delta state for downloads, is I connect mostly to like Native American music. So I have a lot of music in there that's balancing out the elements, like a morning song. There's a water song. So if you want to go into there, you could check it out. And I wanted to bring that up. And I talked about my Ambi's alchemy. So that's going to be a whole bunch of different like jar recipes and all natural beauty recipes. And also I'll show you my energy boxes that I'm going to start to put up on my Etsy. And then right after I show you the cards, I'm going to do another short little video of like a detox for heavy metal. And full moons are a really good time to do detox because of the water rises in your body just like the tides, and then all of the like parasites come up. But so a lot of people right now are requesting, and it seems like are a little bit worried about the heavy metals. So I'm going to show you some really good detoxes that I do for that. And then after I do that little short clip, then I'll start my Ambi's alchemy. Even though that could be considered a alchemy. And then, yeah, so I talked about that. The grid that I picked for this strawberry full moon and the stone that I picked this is a strawberry quartz that I found in Mount Lemon under the snow. It was so super red because the snow made it just sparkly and glisten. I like raw crystals better than polished crystals, but this one is so beautiful, and it goes with the strawberry moon, so it's connected to the heart chakra, and it does bring a lot of confidence and draws in that love frequency. And then this is the grid this is my newer book that I've been going through with the crystal grids. By Karen Fraser, and then I'll link my Pinterest. I have all of the information saved in my Pinterest for all the cards I'm using and the books. And so this is the one that I chose, is an aura cleansing grid. So it has the yin and yang symbol, and the crystals that she chose are chalcedony, selenite, and smoky quartz. So these are all perfect for full moon and drawing out any negative energy, transmuting that energy, and creating harmony and balance. So if you don't have this pattern, the yin yang pattern, this one's super easy to draw, or you can just Google the picture and screenshot it and print it out. So I'm going to be working with that. And then I chose for the cards for that grid are the hummingbird. This is one of my videos I'm going to do I'm going to make some hummingbird water. I'm going to share my recipe and also my bee water that I put out for the bees. So sweet results await, and then be here now. Okay, I shared that. So the card decks that I'm using, this is the Starseed one, and of course, like I was just kind of explaining, I jumble up a whole bunch of different cards and put them in. I'll explain it in a little bit. Northeast, southwest, and I'm gonna do. I pulled some cards for fire, earth, air, and water elements. So I'll go over them. It's just 3 cards for each. I know it looks like a lot, but this is a really cool deck. And so this one connects me to the stars, and then I pulled in the animal cards to connect me more down into earth. But this is so neat how she made this card deck. She has this little lid, and you set it down, and then you place the cards in like a V shape. I'm not doing that layout, but what a creative, just such a beautiful, beautiful artwork. You're going to see in a minute. Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is done by Danielle Noel. And that is saved on my Pinterest too. Okay. Okay, so these are the cards that I pulled for the earth elements. And this came from the top of the grid. So north is at the top, east, south, west. And the three cards I pulled from Spirit are, I pulled the Cow Spirit, the Miracles Are Endless, the Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine, and from the Starseed deck I pulled You're Not For Everyone, so embrace your weirdness, face your truth. And it's kind of funny when I look at all of the elements that I pulled, they kind of have the same message. So you have earth, air is in the east. And for the air elements, I pulled the beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. And turn your gaze within. And the buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So pretty. And south. So this one's fire, all of the fire elements. I pulled in the turkey spirit, so give with gratitude and grace. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So this is a perfect time during a full moon to let that go and to be aware of your emotions, to be aware of what emotions are not yours. Let them go, ho'oponopono. And the parrot spirit, watch your words. So be aware of your thoughts and your emotions and your words and what you're feeling. And then the water element in the west, I got the courageous peony. So it's multifaceted, unique nature, lets yourself be seen. Kind of reminds me of like a diamond energy, multifaceted. And the giraffe spirit, see a big picture. Look down and observe. And portal, doors are opening. You decide. Your rewards. It's a wild card. Aren't these so beautiful? Look at that artwork. So I'm creating my own energy cards. If you've seen my videos before, I kind of went over the ones that I did the days of the week. And I'll be adding on to my energy cards. I have small ones and larger ones that will all be going in my energy boxes. And, well, first of all, I use this for the energy. This is a hagstone that I found in California at one of the beaches. And it had this perfect hole in the middle. And it has volcanic sand. So this I like to use for like a earth. Well, actually, it kind of carries the energy of all elements. Is that focusing? And it glitters in the sun. So it's a very beautiful stone. I wear this around my neck a lot. And then this card is it's an earth element for Saturn. And this full moon is in Capricorn, so that is an earth grounding energy. So I pulled this card, or I chose this card. Some of them I pull, some of them I choose, like the tarot cards that I have set here, and my energy cards I use to pull in energy, and then the star and the animal cards I pulled from Spirit so that we could get some messages. And so this one is more for protection and grounding. And then the water card that I made, this is one of the larger ones for the water element. And that is because the sun is in Cancer. And so we have earth and water. And so then I chose the temperance card to pull in that energy. And the temperance is, I believe it is a Taurus card. And Libra, and that's my moon is Libra. So I really connect to the temperance, and she's balancing. She has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on earth. And so that's why I wanted to pull in this energy of balance and harmony. And so then the other cards that I put down are the Star card for the north, the Sun in the east. These are beautiful too. The World in the south, we're grounding down the energies into earth, and the Moon in the west for the water. And then the ones that I pulled for these directions. And so I work with, I do like a quantum healing or distance healing with my family. I call it a family grid. And so I have each direction is for certain things in these multi-layers. Like I was trying to explain, but I guess I'm just going to have to paint it to explain it because it doesn't sound right in words. I wish I could just take a screenshot of my brain and show you. So for the north, this is one that I pulled for the north for, when I put the grid down, it's mainly like the energy that I'm grounding down in. And then the ones that I do above are more like messages from the higher self. And so this is one that I pulled for grounding down in, is seeing potential, bringing the unconscious to light, the seas of Mentaka. That's for North Earth. And then Northeast, the weight of the world, the boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Another great full moon card. And then this one, to me, is the Ho'oponopono card. I'm sorry. And righting past wrongs and uprooting and defensiveness. Defensivelessness. Look at these beautiful cards. I'm sorry, if I get stuck on the cards, it's because I'm staring at the artwork. They're so pretty. You get messages in them, too. And then we're in the southeast, is star bathing. So the light body crystal grid transmission activation. So bathe yourself in the stars. And we have for the fire in the south is the groundhog spirit, time to let go. Another great full moon card. So we're getting these messages nice and clear. And water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And so over here is my southwest side is kind of like a sacral chakra area. I have chakras, I have archangels, I have all kinds of things that correlate with the directions, and this will be a super long video if I got into that. And also if I don't have a graph to show you, it's going to be hard. I'll just be stumbling over my words. And then the west for the water, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So these are all like self-care messages. And then we're over in the northwest corner. This is my corner where I reach to the stars, my star family. I also have like in my etherical grid, I have portals that I have this whole land, like, yeah, it's just sounding weird. Okay, let me just read this. Okay, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So again, another let it go. All these just release. Ho'oponopono. And then in the middle, I connect the middle for as above, so below, grounding the star energies down, the universal energies from source down into Mother Gaia's heart and in Agartha and our family below, ancestral family. That's part of some of the other dimensions I see in my grid. And so Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. This is a very powerful card too. So it's time to reclaim your power. And that's what I'm doing with these videos. I'm working on my throat chakra. I've struggled my whole life with it. So I'm just gonna keep going, and oh look, here goes my OCD-ness. Okay, so there's the grid for the strawberry full moon, and coming up next really soon, probably right after this, I'm gonna post the metal detox video. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Yeah.